Hey, how's it going? This is Dave. So you've set up the demo, you've put an order in, you've seen Cherry compare some prices, and hopefully you want to take a little bit deeper look at what this software is and what it can do for your business. Now, first of all, everything that's Cherry starts here at the dashboard. And the dashboard is broken up into two different sections of components. I like to call the setup areas and then the play ball areas, the place where we're actually competing and running your business and improving your business. So the setup components are the first few icons that you see here on the screen. Things like manage your account. This is your overall account, your master account management. So if you're a one-stop shop, your first location and your master account are going to be the same thing. However, if you are a franchise or a multi-unit or a larger organization, you will have a master level setup, and then each of the individual business locations can be managed and set up from within this icon section. Now, one thing I want you to see, if I click on this, a lot of the pages have their own individual page help. So rather than get too detailed in this particular video, I'm going to refer you to look at the individual pages and watch the videos on those pages to learn how to use the features and the components within. Other setup features or setup icons are things like the manage users, and you'll add managers, franchisees, sales reps, different people with different levels of security. You'll add those people in this area and assign them to the different business locations that they're allowed to work within. The next section is storage locations. This is the individual physical locations within the buildings that you own where you store your stuff, and it's flexible to be set up by location. Not every floor plan is the same. Category management is how you want to break down your supplies, things like food, paper, beverage, alcohol. Even more fine-tuned could be things like dairy, produce, etc., etc. Measuring units is basically where we can set up different things like, it's basically words. It's the language of order guides, things like count in a case, pounds in a box, pounds in a bag, items like that. So if there's something in the setup or a word that you like or a measurement that your organization uses that we haven't thought about, you can customize Cherry to have that measurement unit. So those are pretty much the setup areas, the informational areas that all go into creating the next set of icons, which is where people actually compete for your business. And I'm going to click on one. The heart is the manage items icon, and this is basically your master inventory list. And the whole premise behind Cherry is we're going to create one master inventory list, and then we're going to adapt all the individual suppliers' order guides to make sure they have items that match the different things that we buy. And then in terms that they're set up with similar specs, similar tiers of quality. And then at that point, it's really just a matter of who has the best price, or who's servicing us the best, or are people delivering us a quality product. Back to the dashboard. There's the supplier section. This is where we add or remove suppliers to your account. The area where we actually count and order your supplies. There's a section that you can look at past orders and do receiving, invoicing, things like that. A cost of goods section, and this is for your food cost report. If you're using the Cherry Good Enough Inventory feature, you can come in here and you can add your net sales and see your overall cost of goods and also your individual line item cost of goods for every single supply that you have. Emergency items, this is things that maybe you forgot to order from your supplier and had to go pick up from the store. So if you had to go pick up some milk or some tomatoes or something, you need a way of adding those items into your inventory without placing a full food order, and this is where you do that. Master Relations is a new icon that you can kind of peek at, and it's something that I am in development on. So I would advise you to look at that and watch the individual videos as they develop on that page. It's going to be a really cool page. App pending orders. This is where data is received from our mobile application. So if you're using the mobile application in your restaurant to count supplies or do inventory, and then you send the data from the mobile app into the software for price comparison, you would click on this section and see a list of any orders that you have from the app. Request for proposal orders. This is for larger organizations. This is for the biggest purchasers out there, people who really command a lot of competition for their business. And you can basically put your food orders out live and allow your suppliers to take a peek at the orders and the items that are on it this week, or that order. Some of you are doing it multiple times a week, and the suppliers can tweak their prices live, and they have a calendar date and time that they have to have their tweaks in by, and then Cherry will go through its cherry picking process and divide the order up by supplier based upon price. So there are people out there that are buying $10, $12, $15, $20,000 worth of stock at a time. This is something that could really affect your bottom line significantly. And then log out. And the reason that I always say log out is if you forget to log out, and then let's say you get home and you're at home, some cool cherry pictures, and you open up your browser at home and you go to log in, it's going to tell you that you're logged in on another device. So this is to prevent you from, or people to overwrite work that is currently being done. So the cool thing is you can actually force the log out and make sure that if you want to work at home and you forgot to log out in the office, that you can continue to work. So like I said, each of these pages for the most part has their own individual questions and answers and video help in the page help icons. So please explore those and look for additional Cherry videos on the front end of our website in the upcoming new video library. So if you need us, please contact us. Use the contact feature on the front end of the website, or you can always use the little icon at the bottom right side of the page. Have a cherry day.